All right, so ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and welcome again to the Albert Nation channel, where we look at various topical issues related to personal development. And this morning, I am very excited to be sharing with us the 5th video in the series of the Art of Becoming. And as we talk about this, the most important aspect of what we will focus on today is purpose, passion, and why we need to be dedicated. Because remember, what exactly is dedication? Dedication is the willingness to be able to give a lot of time, energy, and attention into what you are doing because of its importance to your personal development.
And now, through hard work and discipline, he's pointing. Come on, he says. Eliud Kipchoge has the hand of history on his shoulder. He has less than 200 meters to go. Eliud Kipchoge, let's keep an eye on the clock, into the final 20 seconds. Eliud Kipchoge has on his shoulder. 140, 140.
They wanted Tesla to die so bad they could taste it.
Well, most of them have paid the price.
Yes. Where are they now? Well, what can you do to encourage entrepreneurs to start companies? I'm like, if you need encouragement, don't start a company.
I'll never forget, I was 300 pounds. I went from 175 to 300 pounds, and my goal was to be a Navy SEAL. Impossible goal. I'm a big believer in doing things that make you uncomfortable. I talked to one recruiter, and he said, you cannot do this. But I got in my truck and I said to myself, but what if I could? What if I could pull off this miracle? How will I feel at the very end if I can defy all the odds? In Navy SEAL history, in over 70 years. This guy told me there's only 35 African Americans to ever be a Navy SEAL. He was pretty much telling me, you ain't got what it takes. I took that and said, what if I can be the 36th? And I said, what if I can be the 36th person to ever do it? I came back 3 months later, 106 pounds lighter. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to feel discomfort. So the whole time, we're living our lives in a very comfortable area. There's no growth in that. And how you become a better person, how you gain mental toughness, how you become the person you want to be, is constantly facing the things that you don't want to face.
Is there not a purpose in life? And I had questions and no answers. And I asked my mum and dad, why did this happen? I asked doctors, why did this happen? And they don't know. There are some things in life that are out of your control that you can't change and you got to live with. The choice that we have, though, is either to give up or keep on going.
I chose them not because they are the best on earth, but simply because they resonate with me, and I hope that they do resonate with you well. So follow along in their story.
Growing up wasn't all that much fun either. So how did this poor little Aussie kid do so well? Become school captain, go to uni, get a double degree, and set himself up in a really great job.
So if you are going to give time, effort, and energy into something, as well be what you love, what you really decided you are going to do. And in anything that you do, whether it's an assignment for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, or for a lifetime, then it needs to be something that truly resonates with you. And you will learn a lesson or two from their own grit, as we call it. This project that I'm undertaking, what does it mean to me? How will it make me feel once I have successfully completed it? And even if I do not successfully complete it, then what does that mean to me? Will you pick it up again and keep going? Because remember, we listened to Nick Vujicic, and that is part of what he said, that he can fall down 100 times, but he constantly will want to rise up. So the question is, would you want to rise up for something that you do not love? But now when we talk about dedication, and we have identified that one, you only get 100% committed or dedicated to something you love. And remember, in previous videos, we've talked about how do you determine your purpose? How do you know that this is what I want to spend my life doing? Number one, how do you become specific with what you want to achieve? Remember when we looked at Kipchoge Keino, when we look at Elon Musk, when we look at Mr. David Goggins, there is a specific mission that they had to attain, and this is why they put their all towards it. Number two, you've got to work and sweat to make it happen. The big question here normally is how badly do you want what you're going after? Because if you're mediocre or just wishy-washy or walking in gray areas about it, trust me, at the first hint of failure, you would crush it off. But if it is something that you want so badly, then we've said you will work and sweat to do what it takes in the field of your operation or in the line of that purpose. Then, as you work and sweat, obviously there's going to be distractions. There's going to be things that challenge you. There are going to be obstacles. There are going to be shortfalls, probably things that you assumed, and now they've found you in the line of operation. How do you deal with all those distractions, objectives, naysayers, or negative people, even within your line of purpose? Remember, they will come. But if you're dedicated, you will keep going. When the going gets tough, only the tough gets going. So is that you?
When you hear those words and then your mind starts growing with these lies, Nick, you're not good enough. Nick, just give up. Nick, you're never going to get a job. You won't get married. You can't even hold your wife's hand. What kind of a father are you going to be if you can't even pick up your kids when they're crying? You're alone. I don't have any walls. My book's called Life Without Limits. And what will be, will be. I've acted in a short film, 30 awards. I got Best Actor in a short film. I've done my own music video. I've written 2 books. First book, 30 languages, 800,000 copies. I'm 29, and we know 1 billion people know who I am. You see, I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. As long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up. Does that make sense? And it's not the end until you've given up.
It's also important, number 4, to know when do I shift gears. You might not necessarily have to drop the entire project, but the question would be, when do you shift gears? When do you change a little bit of the modus operandi, how you are planning to do that thing? You might have met new people. You might have gotten accompanied by a new process, So know when to shift gears, know when to go at faster speed, know when to be slow, know when to change your tactics or schemes about what you're doing. Finally, the 5th concept is what we call stay the course. And staying the course means come rain, come shine. Trust me, that you personally would get tired to what you are committed to. But for you to succeed and ultimately lift up the trophy, you have to stay the course. That is another description of dedication. Staying the course to the point that you win it. Remember, look at even Kipchoge Keino and his Ineos 1.59 challenge that mesmerized the world. Everybody was waiting with bated breath. Can you imagine what would have just happened if he dropped it off maybe at 1 hour, at 1 hour 40 minutes, at 1 hour 55 minutes? What could the world be talking about today? But with all the intricate planning that was put into that challenge, he made it at 1:59 and 41 seconds. And today, we are talking about it because he made the wait successful. He did it as exactly was planned. But most of us are looking at the 1 hour and the 59 minutes and the 41 seconds. But do you know what it took in terms of training, planning, coordination, and everything to make sure that happen. What are the most powerful outcomes of being dedicated? Number one is that you're going to make discoveries along the way. Because when you're dedicated to a cause, the people you attract, the places that you go to, the kind of activities that you do, you are definitely going to make new discoveries. And some of these new discoveries will lead you to greater achievement, greater innovation. So remember, it is doing something to you as a person that is transforming you. So those discoveries will be part of what you say, yes, I'm glad that I actually did this. Number two, you're going to have lessons. You learn a lot of things because you'll be doing research. You'll be talking to different people in your industry. You would be going to different destinations and places. You'll be reading different books and articles. All this is going to help you with lessons that you learn to better yourself for your next course, or even to better the people who listen to you, your audience, and what have you. Number three, you will be motivated by results. Because remember, you were doing this course for a specific reason. And so when the results come out and you are ticking everything that worked for you, that result will give you a level of buoyant energy, because you will know that, yes, I have achieved it. And this is definitely going to make you move. And apart from results, you're going to have impact, because based on why you are doing that project, there's going to be outcomes. Those outcomes are going to impact you, your family, your environment, the people around you, your colleagues, your office. Somehow there's going to be impact. So we've said you're going to make discoveries, you're going to learn new lessons, you're going to be able to get results, and apart from that, you're going to make impact. That should drive your determination. And when they drive your determination, trust me, at the end of it, remember what we said? How would that make you feel when you have achieved what you are going to achieve? Because remember, the motivation that leads to you being dedicated to what you're doing is what is powerful. And so based on what we've learned today, that is where you need to be. And so my prayer is that even as you go towards your dedication, we've given 5 reasons why you need to be dedicated and how you go through that, and another 4 reasons of what makes you feel greater, powerful, and more inspired to even take on a second, third, or fourth project based on the time frames of why you're doing your projects. And that is basically what dedication is all about. So I pray that this video has really been able to help you. Continue to subscribe and like, and just share this video so that many people who are at different levels of learning will be able to get it. Because remember, as Kipchoge Keino said, you are not limited unless you put the barriers, obstacles, and challenges onto your own path. Otherwise, go out there, be dedicated to a mission, and you will be a great champion.